We're live.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what is up, Mr. Lee?
Oh, not much. Just
I,
hanging out.
I watched your dad's movie yesterday.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Enter the Dragon.
Yeah. That's a good one. I still get the royalties off that.
You better, man. Sorry to hear about your brother. I mean, that was, you
Well, tragic.
know. People are like, what the hell are they talking about? That would be Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon. And
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows, I'm not endorsing, selling, or saying that we're sponsored by Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon. But because I said it twice, we're going to be picked up by a Google algorithm, and this video will be available when you search Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon.
He's just my father, so I think I have a right to talk about it.
Yeah, because you look Oriental, man.
Hey.
Yeah, I will tell you this: if you were or are, that rocks.
No, not really.
Dude was a badass, I can tell you that. Yeah, no, hey, so what have you been up to, man?
Well, I was yesterday really busy, and apparently you were too. So we didn't make the Monday show, but that's all good. So
Well, just everybody think of it like you were busy and you're watching Monday's show today, so it's
today,
your fault, not ours.
exactly. Yeah.
See, we can flip that, man. We can flip that real easy.
Oh yeah, I just been hanging out. I've been I got my new
You can't
backdrop
say
here.
you were busy and that you were just hanging out.
Well, this I was busy.
You mean you were drunk? What the hell
Maybe
is that?
it's
What is that, a 44?
Huckleberry vodka.
What the hell is
Yeah,
Huckleberry vodka?
I don't know. Are we legally allowed to show this on Hangouts?
Hey, man, the only thing I know that you cannot show is nudity and
All right.
YouTube videos. You cannot show videos. So or play music. And here's the funny part, just to let everybody know. Zane Miller and I, we did the WSO show back in the day, and we when Google Hangouts first went live, he and I had the first Hangout training product, and it was our last video, and we were doing the training live and reselling the videos. Okay, so if people bought in early, they were watching us as we were going through everything that was Google Hangouts. I think we had like 45 hours of training.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was. If you sat through that, thank you very much. If you didn't, I don't blame you. It was awesome. But yeah, our last training video, to play a joke on everybody, we fired up Rick, Ashley, Ashhole, whoever he is, and we were going to Rickroll the audience.
Yeah.
So when everybody signed in, we hit the play button on the YouTube video, and we got shut down.
Oh,
Rick's music company does not like Americans playing the song. It has been, not available in certain countries. He also wants his royalties. He hates the Rick roll, and our YouTube was shut down. The Google Hangout was instantly shut down. We thought we had lost all our trainings, all our channels, and everything. It was so bad, man. And the problem is we didn't know that we were still training. We got the notification that we were shut down after we were off the air. And
jeez.
I don't know how Zane did it, man, but he was doing some YouTube mystical stuff in the background, and he pulled it back up, and we were saved, and it was like, oh my god, because I didn't want to do that 3 hours again.
Oh yeah.
But no, it
So
was it was funny. Rick
what's this
rolled
little
on. Go ahead.
what's this little YouTube button over here in the corner then? Is that like just let you view YouTube or?
Yes, you and I. Here's how the YouTube button works. You, me, and 7 other people, 8 other people. Yes, 8 other people are all hanging out in a hangout together, talking. I can go and click that YouTube, or you could, and pull it up and start playing it, and everybody will see it. Um, and I can even pause it, leave the room, and come back. And you guys are like way ahead in the video or whatever. Or you can do an entire playlist, like you were saying, motivational stuff, and
Yeah.
you got 10 minutes of these playlist clips going. You can start that and let it play while people are coming in and stuff. But the problem is that when somebody finds the Hangout as a replay, they don't see any of that. So they literally see us sitting here for 10 minutes while this thing's going on in the background, and they have no clue what the hell's going on. Because here's the thing. It's a copyright problem. You don't have permission to redistribute somebody else's work. It's somebody's work if it's on their YouTube channel. By you playing their work on their YouTube channel on your Hangout that goes to your channel, you are now taking ownership of copyright, which is a violation, and sometimes international violations, and Google doesn't want to play that game. I get it. It's hard enough now if you what is it? SoundCloud.
Oh yeah.
I have permission to use songs off of SoundCloud. They're Creative Commons. I even usually get the artist's letter saying, "Yeah, go ahead, man. I don't care. That's what I do it for." And I'll play it, but somebody else has played it in a video on YouTube, and I'm violating this douchebag's copyright, even though it's Creative Commons. I'm getting a violation, and I got to go jump through 9,000 hoops showing them letters and links and all this, and I'm like, guys, I've been doing this for 7 years. I'm not going to jeopardize one channel off of a creative. I mean, come on. It's Creative Commons. You should know this.
Exactly.
But they don't.
What happened to the good old days when you could upload like Terminator on YouTube? You know what I mean?
You still can, man. You
I
still
know.
can. The funny part is full audiobooks, full movies, and not even split up into like 16 parts either. I mean, like literally 2.5 straight hours of HD quality movies. Yet I'm sitting over here paying for Amazon Prime and Netflix.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what the heck? BitTorrent.
Yeah. Well, that Spotify, dude, I use that. It's only like $9 a month, but granted, you don't have the files, but I have it on my phone. I have it, on my computer, tablet. So it's pretty much unlimited music for $9 a month. So that's not bad.
Well, I have T-Mobile because for $100 I have frickin' everything, and they have a jump program where every 6 months I can update my phone.
Oh.
Just for giggles. I don't have to wait 2 years and then, do it. I can just wait 6 months and go, here's my phone, give me a new one. But I have Prime, and Amazon now is just like Spotify. I have the Amazon Music and T-Mobile. Also now, if you have their phones or their service, it's unlimited streaming music.
That's awesome.
I love Spotify. I was a big Spotify user, and I am on my desktop. But I'm like, wait a minute, why am I paying them $9? I've got a subscription to Prime. I've got all this. It's all the same damn music. Spotify is cool integration, though. The way they get to the buttons are cool. Everything's there, and I still have Spotify on the phone. It's just a free version, so I can only fast forward 4 songs a month.
Oh man.
But that all comes down to what everybody's going to be here to listen to us rant and rave about, and I hope everybody liked the title that I put up.
Yeah.
Blackhat Thievery. How do we get away with stealing?
Getting crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to be reaching out to an honest-to-goodness lawyer because Byron and I are not lawyers. Do not take our information as legal precedent. Do not do something, get sued, and then come after us because I hide behind corporations. No, I don't. I really don't. No, I'm not responsible for what you do with the information that I say because the first rule of business is don't be a douchebag.
Yep, exactly. And anything we talk about is just at your own risk.
And educational purposes and all those other things that we have to put into PDF books that say, hey, look what I did, now go do it, and oh yeah, thanks for suing me because you broke the internet.
Yeah.
No, this is literally, I'm going to be trying to bring on a lawyer to talk to us about everything from Facebook, your opinion, you could be sued for that, to illegally using somebody else's stuff, what the legal requirements are for it and everything. And we're going to talk about, stealing from Google image search, or using somebody else's YouTube video as your own. There are different thought processes, like, no, if you put it on the internet, you don't have copyright ability. You kind of put it out there. Where do you get free stuff? What do you do with the stuff you do steal? And let's start with images, man.
Okay.
I
Sounds
know,
good.
I know I've done it. Google search something. Need a hot chick in a bikini. Not that you're looking for that, but you need an image that's shocking and beautiful and it's going to help you sell something. You type into Google, you pull up this nice one, you do a search, you look over there, and you go, wow, these are great. And you right-click a couple of them. Okay.
It happens.
Cool. Or you even go even further and do advanced search and click all the way down and free to use commercially or Creative Commons, and you right-click and save those. Did you know that even Creative Commons, sometimes you have to say where you got that image from, and saying google.com is not good enough? Yep.
Whoa, I did not know that.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Flickr, same thing. Hey, give credit where credit's due. Okay, so what? The only thing I wish Flickr would do with their Creative Commons, or where you got it from and you're allowed to use it commercially, is it ends up being a URL, and I can't even put my fingers. I mean, it's like 700 characters long URL that I'm supposed to give attribution to. I'm like, can't you just like shorten it to here's the bit.ly link and here's the dude's name or gal's name that it belongs to? I've got no problem doing that. And then we just have to, for SEO, do a no follow.
Yeah.
I mean that you're not going to lose any link juice if you do the no follow, but you're there and legally cover thy ass.
Well, I have a story about that. You ever heard of Getty Images?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The largest, I believe, at one point or currently, the largest guys.
Oh, that shit, man. I'll try and keep it brief, but there's a little bit of a story. I used to work at an agency an SEO agency several years ago, and me and a couple of the other guys, you would build the landing pages, and you would, old school style, you would build a landing page for every single keyword you want to go after. It would be like the most minute thing. So every page, and we try to get a unique image on the page. We do the alt tag, all that stuff. Well, guess where we got the images? Was Google. And so, yeah, all of a sudden the agency was getting sued $1,000, $2,000, $7,000 a pop, and they had like $30,000 to $40,000 worth of like suits against them and it was all from Getty, and they were able to drop some. I think they settled and paid a couple, but me and a couple other guys were the ones who were doing it because we were in this small SEO office, and it was just, it sucked, but the company learned and I learned, and you really got to look. And the thing is, it's not like there's a watermark or anything. It's not like you really know what's a Getty image and what's not, or who who has this image licensed, it's pretty hard to tell. You just, as soon as you get that letter in the mail, then you know you're screwed.
Yeah, and then you've got to remember where you put it if they don't tell you what URL they found it on.
Yeah.
Did you know that that Getty changed their licensing requirements now?
Uh-uh.
From what I remember, you can now use Getty images for free.
Interesting.
I think, and I can be wrong. Again, guys, I'm going off of what I know from what I've researched. Again, a lawyer or a doctor, but I can't tell you what's wrong with you mentally. But yeah, needed to give them a link back. You know, you had to follow certain rules, and you know what? I mean, we are connected to the internet, so I can actually bring this up. And
Good. We have the power.
yeah, royalty-free Getty images. You have rights-managed, royalty-free editorial, comping, and preview Getty music. Wow. Getty Images music license. Probably for licensings for a Getty image, so you do need to read the terms of service, the licensing agreements, and they even have a royalty-free imaging now at gettyimages.com/creative images /royalty-free.
Interesting.
Yeah, photos, vectors, illustrations that cover a range of popular themes, forms businesses to families, including both professionally shot and user-generated options. Simple, affordable pricing. Why would you say royalty-free, not free to use? Okay.
Yeah, I learned that a while ago. I used to download icons, and they would be royalty free, but that meant you had to buy them.
Yeah, see, and I'm not even looking at it. And iStock by Getty is there, and you own the image for the duration of the project and control who else can use it. Pay only for the use that you need. A rights-managed image is priced accordingly to how you're going to use it. Specify and pay only for the exact use. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Or you can, and listen, I have a couple that like iStock photo and things where, you know, I'll go and buy something. I actually got an email that said, hey, you've got $6 you can use. And I'm like, why? Oh,
Sweet.
okay. It's $6 left over from a project I was doing, obviously.
I
Go
used to
grab a
use iStock.
camera.
I
Go
used to
grab
use
a camera.
iStock.
Take a picture, man. You do it. iStock, yeah, you did? How long?
For a while, for a couple years, and then I realized I was getting raped, basically. But there's this site called dollarphotoclub.com. They really are $1, and they're pretty good. It's not as good as iStock, but if you need like official legal stuff, mostly when I do like web dev for clients and they want everything to be legal, which it's good to, not that I do illegal things, but they want to make sure that all the licensing is in place. I use dollarphotoclub.com. So just a little tip for you guys.
No, that's awesome because that's that's the thing, and people are going to be like, oh, I thought we were talking about Blackhat and how to steal, and you guys are talking about all the right ways to do it and all the legal ways. Again, if you read Google's terms of service, anything that's going to get you more traffic is Blackhat. So that's why I put in Blackhat in the title. But if you want to, and again, do not sue me, but if you crop an image, you technically change the image, and then it becomes something different if you pixelate.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. If you, I use Snagit and stuff like that, and Snagit Editor has a blurring and a pixelation button. And if you just want to be creative and go a little wacky with your editing. You don't need Photoshop. Find your favorite image legally or buy it and pixelate that bad boy a little bit, crop it out, move it around, and then use it. But again, I don't do that. I've read that on somebody's blog on blogger.com somewhere. Fingers crossed. Don't steal. It's bad. As a matter of fact, if you want some really cool vector art, I believe it's Brad Goss's company, man. It isn't bad. It's a badass vector. What is it? Let me type it in. Vector Tunes. And if anybody needs like a coupon for it, because I help them out sometimes with this stuff. As a matter of fact, I think last time I talked to him, he was even doing $100 off coupon.
Sweet.
I buy a shitload of stuff off Vector Tunes, man. I've got thousands of, it's vectortunes.com. Go over there. Brad Goss owns them. They just got a new artist in to draw some shit, and it's funny, man. He's got everything from a smiley face to bongs, cigarette packs, cell phones. I mean, and they're cartoony. But what's cool about it is it's different. You know, when people see it and they start paying attention to it, and you have all these hand-drawn videos and things like that, and with the vector, of course, you know, you change the size. You're buying the licensing for the use. I believe one of the only things that you can't do is use it on porn sites. Not sure. There are just some things that I think, and when I asked about why it can't be used for adult content, and he was just like, people don't want it being cross-linked to the adult industry. But I think that's the only thing you can't use it for, or shouldn't use it for. I don't know. I don't think you want to go see boobs and see a smiley face of a, freaked out happy face or something. I mean, that'd be a little weird.
There's some sick people out there. They might like it.
Oh man, I don't understand some of that shit.
Yeah,
but we're not here for everything. Listen, man, we got some cool stuff coming up.
Yeah.
And guys, this is probably going to be somewhat short, and it's not to be mean to anybody about the show, but really SEO, you need images, you need your alt tags, you use your LSI for your alts with your images, and fill that stuff out. Fill it out. It takes 2 seconds, and there's some tricks to it, but
yeah.
Always alt tag your images. It just makes sense, and throw 1 or 2 into every post you've got. Google loves that shit.
Well, and Google doesn't know. I mean, again, if you know this, then you know it. But for a little bit more basic overview, Google doesn't know what's in a photo. They're developing software where they can see if it's a human face or maybe basic shapes or a car or something. But if you've got a photo of like some surgery or something, or you know what I mean, whatever client
Absolutely.
you're going after, they're not going to know that it's like like a foot surgery or something. You've got to put that in there, and you've got to tell Google what is in the image, or else it just won't show up. It'll show up to a point based on the content on your page, but if you fill out the alt tag and the title tag and your file name as what it is, use some synonyms. Obviously don't over optimize, but that's how you get that shit to show up in Google Images.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it might know that your picture's of a chair. It doesn't know that you're doing an antique post, and this is some Elizabethan chair from 1582 that some guy's going to give you $100,000 for. It's a chair.
Yeah.
So tell it exactly what it is, and I mean, if it's something that's really important, a 454 cubic inch motor, dual Holley carburetors, or 3 deuce, put it in there. I mean, explain that thing. Write out the paragraph if you have to. Use every bit you can, and use it as the file name too. you do your file name, and some people get in and right-click and change the properties and do all that stuff and go into photo editing shops and all this other stuff. I don't understand all of that. I'm the alt text guy. That's about it. That's about as much as I want to get into. Yeah, you do that, and then all of a sudden you're being pulled in by images. All these things are hot. Google's loving you because now all of a sudden it's got more LSI keywords that are explaining even more what your site or page is about. You're giving Google what they want, and drop a video in there.
Yep.
The legality of using somebody's YouTube video, with using Firefox to download videos, or any of these assisting browsers and stuff. By the way, if you use the Torch browser, Torch, it has a built-in media yanker. At the top corner, it says media, and if the arrow's flashing, you just hit it, and it'll pull any media that's on the page from the MP3 to any of the videos and stuff, for your use on your desktop. Don't start spreading people's shit around. Don't be uploading it to fileshare.com or any of those other ones. Pay for your
I
shit.
hate those sites.
It's illegal. Yeah, you now know what it's like to be on Blackhat World.
Yeah, that was
not Blackhat World. Sorry, bestblackhatforum.com.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Well, there's a difference between Blackhat World, who helps support the community,
True.
and another one that helps you rip off the community.
I just want to eat and feed my children.
Exactly. Some people, if you want to use somebody's video, man, hit up the person's YouTube channel and just send them a message and say, hey, thought your video was cool. Can I use it? If you're embedding it, YouTube gives you the embed code. You have the right to do that. You don't have to give anybody permission. One, you're feeding a link to YouTube like they need a couple extra this month.
Yeah.
You're helping the producer of that video by embedding his shit around town, and you're giving yourself quality content. Don't use the same video that everybody's using. Go out and find somebody, man. One of the best gems you can do is when you pull up a search, go to the bottom, hit page 9, page 26. Those just aren't viewed. They have probably the worst SEO in the world, but you may find a guy who says something and you go, exactly what I was thinking. Use it.
Oh, yeah.
Give him some love, man.
Yeah. When I rank my own stuff, like, this gets a little sticky when you're dealing with clients just because they don't want to showcase somebody else's work. But if you're doing a site for your own purposes or affiliate purposes, I always include a video that's relevant. Again, I try and get something that's not like the most popular one, but it's an authority. Basically, Google wants to see outbound authority links on at least some of your pages because that tells Google that you're like a real site. It's not, you're trying to deliver an experience to people rather than just, have a wall of text on there and hope to rank. You're actually interacting with other medium, around on the internet. So it's pretty cool. That's kind of a tactic. I learned it from, a lot of people know about it, but I see some good ranking jumps when I link out to authorities like a video or sometimes Wikipedia, stuff like that. So.
Well, yeah, and make the video like 3 to 5 minutes, and that keeps your traffic on. Your bounce rate goes down, at least for the 5 or 6 people. I have a fan site that I threw up just to test if I could, basically take it. And I put a video on every post that's about, the show. And man, my bounce rate when I was just posting initially, people were finding me kind of, the diehard viewers and stuff. I'm getting monstrous bounce rate. They're like, oh, okay, cool, picture, a little, I'm not going to read the shit, I know everything about the show. But then all of a sudden I'm putting in commentary from other people around the world, and then it was like comments from hell, oh, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, he forgot about this episode. And I'm like, damn, and then I'm like, I got to figure out what you do with 10,000 views a month. I got to monetize this shit because I'm losing out on this. Needless to say, we monetized it now. But yeah, you have the right to use it because you're giving credit, because you're not stripping anything out. And as long as you're not stripping out, the guy's name, the title, and all that, and you're using an embed code, you're good to go, man.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
if
don't
you're
have to worry about
downloading it
that.
and putting it on your own channel, or if you're downloading it and just uploading it to your FTP or something, it there is probably some legalities there. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but that's definitely the case. But embedding, it's just fine.
Well, if you pull it down and you FTP it to your site, one, you're hogging your system, and two, you're not getting anything for that. Yeah, the
Yeah,
person's going to stay on your site, but get some love from YouTube or
exactly.
Vimeo or Daily Motion or Funny or Die or
What's that one?
Wistia or any of those things, man. Use these guys and go out and and don't always use YouTube. Use other things. You find video. You frickin' try to see if you can find it on somebody's website. That's their stuff, and then see if there's an embed code or a share button or something, and you get that and put it in your WordPress site, and and then tell them, hey, I saw your video, I thought it was cool, I linked over here, and they go, oh wow, sweet, thanks, and then all of a sudden you got a link from them too, and you're sitting there, now you've built up a cool little relationship that you don't know about. What we were talking about with you saying about clients or your personal. That's one of the things that I spread around to other people who do SEO and stuff, and I go, look, hit me up. I do the video. If they need something, fast and easy, and they don't want to invest, thousands of dollars into a TV commercial or bring in this whole thing, we can have a kick-ass thing for, either a couple thousand or a couple hundred, and even a PowerPoint presentation with some cool music and a voiceover is better than nothing on a client's site.
Absolutely.
And for a buried page that's just basically a blog or an article, most of the time, if they know that it's going to bring them better results, they'll throw up the $200-300.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and the cool thing is, a lot of those videos that are in less competitive local markets, you can rank them within a week easy. I mean, even if you barely know SEO, you can rank those at least somewhere on the first page, and they're ecstatic. All of a sudden, they have a $300 video that you make money as a consultant, and they are making money getting in leads now, and it's cost effective. That's kind of, if you're trying to upsell people, that's something you can upsell. You have an existing client, you say, hey, let's do a video, $300, and I'll add it to the link building and the ranking and all that, and it's just kind of a cool add-on that I've started to explore. Because I haven't done much of that unless it's a higher end client, but some of these clients that are paying $1,500 a month, they still want a video too, and they'll it's just a way to keep them on board, keep more money coming in.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm working with my barber, and I'm going to be going and talking to them, and going to either I'm going to shoot with my cell phone, which I'm going to do that anyways. I'm going to bring in a buddy who shoots pictures, have them take some shots, and go, well, do you want to see how a cell phone video works and like an Animoto type video works, and let them see that, and then turn around and go, look, I've got a production company, that I'm going to call in, that I use around the United States. I'm going to call them up. I'm going to have them come in. They're going to shoot this high-impact video. They're going to be in and out, and we'll get some interviews. We'll get some voiceover stuff. We'll have it all edited. This will be super badass, and it's going to look super cool, and we're going to put it on your website. And they have a kick-ass website for a barbershop. I mean, this thing is like, you feel like you are walking into a place that is for GQ. Well, what I started to do is, these guys are so awesome, I'm giving my clients a almost like a spa treatment for dudes. Go get a haircut and a shave on me, and it builds them up. Um, uh, More clients and customers, so they give me a discount on my haircuts and stuff. I get extra work, and then I can give away free bonuses to somebody else. So it's good in the hood. You locked up on me. I think I lost you. Nope, you're still there because I hear your
Yeah.
voice. And there, wow.
I got a phone call because I'm running off my hotspot on my phone. That's the only downside. So.
Oh yeah. Well, did you need to answer that, my man?
Nope, nope. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, basic thing. Everything's black hat. Black hat's not a bad thing. Gray hat's bullshit, and there is no such thing as white hat. I
Gotcha.
don't know why they even say they're hats. Good guys wear black. It was a movie. And
Well, this is the thing with the white hat is I think we've mentioned this in a previous video. If you do white hat, you sign on a client, he pays you, and you do nothing. And then you might do something like make some videos and write some content, but that's really all you can do and hope that people link to it. That's white hat. So if you're
mhm,
building links, you're not a white hat SEO.
right. Well, no, and that's it. And if you do it on any grand scale, you're gaming the system because Google doesn't think that you should be writing thousands and thousands of articles. Now, to prove that theory wrong, also there's NPR, there's the Press Association, there's all these groups that's what their business is, and they make all of this content that they distribute to all these news agencies, and they've never once been slammed. So does Google write nice little algorithms that say this is for everybody except them? Yes, they do. So don't tell me that
Absolutely.
Google's not going in and handpicking certain things to pick and choose, just like they can go in and manually inspect you and say, we don't like that shit. I've been there. I got the letter. We had a human look at your website and we don't think it's the quality that our readers want to read. And I go, then they will leave.
Yeah.
You, again, are making a decision based upon your interpretation of what I was doing. I'm getting 10,000 visitors a month. I think that's pretty good quality, especially since I only have a 30% bounce rate. Most are spending 10 minutes on my site. Yeah, my videos were 15 minutes long. Um, but, and I'm going, it's an interpretation of what you think somebody will find as quality. I don't read the newspaper because I think all the newspaper articles suck. But there are hundreds of thousands of people in my town that think it's the best thing in the world, and they're called subscribers. I don't watch certain TV channels because I think they suck. But they're in business, and they have tons of people who watch. I'm not a 24 fan, but that show did quite well without me looking at it. Again, quality is your interpretation of what you like or don't like, and that's based on you. And when Google says our people don't like your stuff, that's them being the big bully on the block. And we have to live with it because I make my money from them,
Yep. Yep.
and off of their backs. So keep changing the rules, guys, because I just keep calling up my clients and going, oh, look, you need me for another month.
So, got a question for you.
Absolutely. Don't ask my wife, but I know it all. Lost you again. I bet your phone's ringing. We're just going to say that. When we lose him, it's because his phone's ringing. This, folks, is why you don't live in Idaho. Way out no man's land. But at the same time, don't live in Phoenix during the
I
summer
see.
because, oh, wait a minute. There you're back. Kind of.
All right.
There you are. There you are.
All right, people. Well, I'll probably have to go in 5-10 minutes, but that's fine.
No, no,
Anyway,
no, no.
um, what I was gonna ask is, so a lot of people probably came to this video. Blackhat is usually labeled as like the churn and burn model, where you rank up a site
Mhm.
and it probably gets hit and you make some money hopefully and you move on. What are your thoughts on that model? I personally like automation and long-term income and passive and stuff instead of I think Black has more of an active type business, but what are your thoughts on that, like churn and burn, payday loan type shit?
I have them.
Okay.
I not all of it, not all of it, but I do have an active portion of my company that is Private Blog Network, and not all of them are of the greatest quality, and Google has slapped the crap out of them. I'll throw AdSense on it. They come and do a manual look. They go, we don't like that at all. And then suddenly the site's gone. Or I'll put up 50, 60, 70,000 pages of something, and they're all the same page. They're just localized, and, they're churn and burn. I make a few $1,000, and then the site's gone. The cool part about it is I can make it on Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, launch it Monday morning, and even if it's gone next Friday, if I made a few $1,000, it literally cost me a couple hours, and
Awesome.
probably $10 on GoDaddy, $10 for hosting, and okay, go ahead, knock it down, tear it down. That's why most of the time I pay, if I'm paying for hosting, I only do it for a month because I'm only going to use you for a month. If the site doesn't get hit, then I'm going to keep on with you, but I'm not going to pay you 5 years in advance, burn the IP, burn the site, and then I've got a bill from you, and I only made $200 or $300. Some of the people, I know Anthony Aries, I believe it was the Kindle, the very first Kindle, and he was putting out Kindle sites, CPC, all this stuff. I mean, just major selling. Amazon didn't like that shit. Knocked his socks off. Ended up owing him major amount of money because, I mean, everybody was finding Anthony's sites. And when they click through, Anthony's getting paid. And they made every excuse in the world. I think he ended up getting paid. But, yeah, that was a churn and burn. That was just, basically launch jacking the Kindle.
Yeah.
So, does it make more sense to put up sites that last longer and make long-term money, maybe a smaller amount for longer term? Absolutely. Absolutely do that. Build authority sites. But don't be high and mighty and think that these churn and burns don't work, because there are guys who are making $300,000-400,000 a month with a team of 50, 60 people, and that's all they do all day. Here's a keyword, now go build a site. And I want it to be dirty. I want it to look like a 5-year-old made it, and I just want a shitload of links, and then we are going to SE nuke the hell out of these things. And everybody's going to stumble on, click, and I'm going to, they're going to basically lock in an Amazon code for, a day or two. So when that person goes back, I'm getting your commission. What's his name from SitePoint?
Yeah.
Is that the name of it? I mean, he's facing how many years in prison now?
Yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah, I mean, and what he did was he cookied in your ass. You went to his website, and then you went and bought something on Amazon. A month later, Amazon's got to pay him $1 million. And it happened over and over and over. And somebody went, wait a minute, how the hell is he sending us all this traffic? Really? That's dumb. You've got SitePoint, one of the biggest sites on the internet. You got all this stuff, and you're sitting there burning Amazon for a few $1 million.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm saying go ahead and do the burn insurance. But yeah, hey, you can't. Don't love your URL. Don't love your website. Don't love the process. Love the money.
Expect
Don't
it. Yeah.
cry when you get slapped. What was that?
Oh, I was just saying, expect it to probably be gone, but
Hmm.
obviously put the effort in to make it work, make some money. But I would expect it to be gone. Like don't make it your baby and it's something that you're going to bank on for 5 years. Expect to make some cash and just ride it out and see how long it lasts.
Well, exactly. I think we were having a discussion, not you and I, but a couple other people, and they were like, "So, how long do you think these should last?" And somebody said, "Man, if they last 6 months, that's a lifetime."
Yeah,
And I'm like, "Oh," and he's like, "I don't, I'm not even monitoring these things that much to know if they're even up past the 6 months. They just disappear on me." And it was like, "Hey, well, I mean, you're pulling in thousands of dollars off of this thing a week or a day. Congrats, brother. That's the way to do it." I have these guys here, new store location, um, working with them and talking with them. It's an e-cigarette store, and they were like, "So what do you think about the videos and ranking sites and stuff?" And I'm like, "Dude, that is. I was looking. That's a tough ass market, man." Because every internet marketer's out there, every physical store is out there, even local. People are doing these burn and churn sites, and I'm like, I can get them, I can make them, we can do some stuff, but I'm not touching your website with them. We're not
yeah,
linking out, we're not doing that, and we'll just leave you all incubated. But yeah, I can put up all these little tiny Amazon looking sites, and you can be the fulfillment center for them. But yeah, you don't you don't want to play with some of these big boys, because there are some serious guys making some serious bank with being e-cigarette affiliates, and I ain't got the guns for that right now.
yeah.
Greg
I've
Morrison.
actually. I was going to say I worked on a couple sites, a couple clients in the past that were e-cigs, and it was tough shit, even for the really weird long tail stuff that specific flavors and things. It was competitive.
Oh yeah, no, and these guys, these are the hardcore SEO guys that you don't know their names, and you're never going to know their names because they're not out there telling you anything. Yeah, but you know who they are when you end up coming across sites that have that appearance of the same thing. You're like, damn it, you again. It's not impossible. It's just I'm telling them, hey, it's an investment for the future, brother, and we're going to do this right. I can do all the dirty shit you want, but let's keep you incubated from that, um, and just go from there. So I think
Yeah,
that's about it for today, man. I'm starting to get
that sounds
bored.
good.
I'm
Yeah, it's
bored.
all good.
You need to make phone calls.
Oh, geez, I got a guy calling me, texting me. He
He's gonna
sometimes
blow
it
you.
gets a little crazy.
It does, man. And that's why we love it, because there are days where we can disappear for a week and not get a phone call. I mean, shit, my phone usually stays on mute or
Yeah.
vibrate 90% of the time until I get an email that says, "Dude, I've been calling you all day." Ow, I wasn't even paying attention. And then there are days like this, like yesterday, where you and I are, that's all we're doing is picking up the phone.
Oh, geez, yeah. I probably spent 4 hours on the phone yesterday, and then the other 3 or 4 was in email. It was crazy.
4 hours? So
Dude,
what'd you do for the other 20? You're probably one of those dudes that's got to sleep 8 hours, don't you? And there's the silence. I knew it. I found the question. He's getting a phone call from that guy going, "Get off the damn internet and call me back." Listen, guys, he'll be back. He'll be back. Listen, I'm going to say that this is the end. Um, see, there's the phone call. We knew it. We knew it.
same guy too.
Listen, we're going to call this a dead end. This is the end of the SEO show. I'm Frank Schwartz. There's Byron Lee.
Byron Lee, hope you guys have a good one and catch us probably tomorrow, at least one or two more times this week.
Yeah, we'll see what the hell's going on and if we can get him off the phone long enough to hotspot. But listen, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Leave a message, comment, like us, share us. Let us know what the hell you got question-wise, or if you think we're going to all be sued in the future because we're thieves. So, listen, have fun. Talk to you later. Adios.